Hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Crystal and today I will be doing a pick a card reading on is your future spouse a millionaire or billionaire and will they be famous? Now there are three paths to choose from. You have part 1, part 2 and part 3. You can look at each image, see which one resonates with you the most and that may be your path. The timestamps will be in the description box below and the option to choose by your zodiac sign is also available. Hi and welcome. If you chose pile 1, this is your reading. Please be mindful that this is a collective reading and therefore all the messages may not completely resonate with you and that is completely okay. Now, and personal readings are also available if that is something that you desire. You may book one using the link in the description box below. And pile 1, this reading is on. This reading is on. Is your future spouse a millionaire or billionaire? And will they be famous? Alright. Okay. So, one. I don't know. I see you will live a very comfortable life with them though, and good life. You will get everything that you need and you will be well taken care of. Um, there's things where like you may lose, that you will gain with your future spouse. Things that you may not have access to right now that you will gain access to once you meet your future spouse and once you're with them. It's a lot of new experiences that you will have, and you'll be well taken care of and you'll have the things that you need. But are they a millionaire or billionaire? Will they be famous? I'm not getting that. Let's see what else comes out. Yeah, I don't think that they are. I'm mostly getting that this is just a normal, regular person who works a good job and gives them enough money to live a very good and healthy, balanced life to get everything that they need. I do see, though, that they will spoil you and they will give you a lot of gifts and they will give you everything that you need. Like, you don't, you won't lack anything because this person is willing to work really hard to make sure that you have a good life and that you have a comfortable life and also to that they live a good and comfortable life and they have everything that they want, need, and desire. They may actually have multiple jobs, actually, and multiple things that they do, and multiple ways in which they get an income. Yeah. So let's see what else comes out. They are able to take care of things very quickly, though, too. Like if you run into some form of like money trouble and need something like really quick and need to sort something out, I see that they will be able to help with this pretty fast. Like you guys will have enough disposable income to do like the things that you need. Have like a nice little family vacation. Like maybe one out of twice a year, right? Or maybe you have one in the country and one outside the country. So during say summertime and winter time, like you may have like a family vacation. Yeah, there's a lot of aces here. Yeah, see, Knight of Pentacles. It's like money is there, but they're not like a millionaire, billionaire type energy. But this person makes good money. And this person definitely has multiple avenues of income. And they work very hard. And they may actually be able to make money very quickly from their job. So they may be like an entrepreneur. And maybe they own like a nice store or something. Because I don't know why I just got in my mind's eye like this guy that owns this donut shop, but it's like really niche. Yeah. They may own something like that. And they may own something like that, and that's how they make their money. They have that, plus they may have like maybe a little side hustle that they do like online or something. Yeah. Hmm. And here you have the Six of Swords with the traveling card. Yeah. So you guys may be able to like get like a nice little vacation out of the year, out of the country, like maybe like once a year, in somewhere nice. They may have a job that gives them a lot of perks too. They have a job that gives them a lot of perks, to where they can be able to do things. I don't know. I heard something about get points for something or something like that. Like I see you living like a good middle class life. Yeah. None wants is seeing something through to the end and like really working yourself to the bone for something to the point where like you're weary and exhausted. And the Page of Swords is energy of like watching spine. It's also like being like kind of like a novice at something, but being like really good at it still. And you have the Eight of Cups just walking away from something, leaving something behind. Our journeys, and then the Page of Cups is something that is like an attachment to something, but it's like it's not something like super deep and stuff like that. So yeah, and the Seven of Pentacles is investing time and energy and effort into something, and reaping the rewards of like your hard work. So yeah, as I said, this person works really hard and does a lot of things. Like they may be, as I said, like they own something that's like pretty small. Um, it's not super like well known or like really big, but it does pretty well, and they do okay for themselves, and they're not struggling. It's like yeah, so they're not a millionaire, they're not a billionaire, they're not famous, but they live a good life. They live a decent life, and they live an upstanding life, and they get money through legit ways. And there's a job that they have that has a lot of perks, but I also feel like they have like a side hustle going on that gives them a lot of freedom also, that gives them more income, more disposable income. Yeah. And whatever it is that they're building that they have, they're really attached to it. They really like it. And it will continue to grow. And I feel like it's something that It's like when you guys are older, you will be reaping like a lot of the benefits from that thing. It's not like a millionaire status, but like, you have a good amount of money set back. It's like will be really good for retirement. Yeah. So that's all I'm getting for you, pal one. Hope the reading resonated. Hope you had fun. If you didn't, that's also okay. And that is the end of your reading. Thank you for watching. Hi and welcome. If you chose pal 2, this is your reading. Also, please be mindful that this is a collective reading and therefore all the messages may not completely resonate with you, and that is completely okay. Um, Personal readings are available if that is something that you desire. You may book one using this link in the description box below. Yeah, so pile 2, this reading is on: will your future spouse be a millionaire or billionaire? And are they famous? Okay. Okay. So the world card could represent being in a space where you are seen by everyone, the world, right? So your future spouse could have, and then you have like you have judgment, which is like um calling out something, having a voice for something, speaking out for something, being exposed. And you have the Queen of Swords, which is intelligence with skill, someone in a high position, also someone who's in a leadership role that basically tells everybody else what to do. Um, One who has all the knowledge, right? And the Four of Wands is celebration and home and family. But like as I'm looking at the Four of Wands, I keep hearing household name, household name, household name. So yeah, this person could very much have some form of fame to them. And the Four of Pentacles is actually like hoarding and having like a lot of things and like keeping things locked up. So like this person could actually have a lot of money. They may even have money in accounts offshore. Yeah. Uh, am I getting millionaire, billionaire? I don't know, but they may be one of the two. But very much a famous part, I'm getting that they are well known. They may be, you know what I'm getting? They may be in an industry that like they make their money on like calling out people or like trying or like holding people accountable for things. Um, It's like maybe like a really well known journalist or something like that. Like I'm getting something like a journalist or something. Somebody who or like maybe like a top position in like a for like a newspaper. Like they may be like a director for like New York Times. I'm just giving an example. I'm not saying that's what they are. Okay. It's something like that. Or like they like this big media company or news channel. They have some big position in that company. Okay. So are they a millionaire or billionaire? There's something here that said about gathering information and holding on information. The Pentacles is a lack, or even being like destitute and being without. Ten of Cups is happiness and family, and you're happily ever after. And the Strength card is like determination, a vulnerability. Okay, I'll be honest with you. I'm not getting that they don't have money, and I'm getting that they do have money, but it's like they're not saying how much money they got. You won't know like the full extent of this person's financial status because that's what I'm getting. I'm getting something where it's like, especially with the Hermit card, they're very secretive. They're not open with how much money they have. This person could have way more money than they let on. Person could have way more money than they put on their taxes. I'm being honest with you, like, cause I remember I was saying on the Four of Pentacles, I'm like, yo, that they could hoard stuff and they could even have like overseas accounts and stuff. Like, yeah, this person could have way more money than they let on, and like they have this is so interesting. Uh but what's so interesting about this is that I'm not getting criminal and I'm not getting illegal. It's almost as if it's so, let's say, I don't know, let's say they're a citizen of a country that doesn't give you income tax, right? And like they have a certain amount of money. Uh and let's say they earn money from that place, but they also earn money from the other place, from another place that they get money from. And so maybe like they pay taxes to that place, but they don't pay taxes to the other place. So it's like they have and they earn like way more money or switch up an account something to, but I don't know. They're real smart with how they cover up their money and hide their money. I'm sorry, but this person hoards money. This person got way more money than they let on. And they're actually pretty secretive, and don't really let a lot of things out, because I feel, especially with that world stage, I feel like they have, and like the, as I said, judgment, exposure, so like they may have a lot of eyes on them and a lot of people who are watching them and looking at them, and so it's like they kind of have to be careful about how they move and what they do with their money and how they spend their money. But they're real smart with it, and like the Queen of Swords is real smart with it, and they know how to do what it is that they're doing. Because at the same time, it's like I'm trying to figure out like what's going on, but it's like it's almost at the same time again too. It's not criminal. It's not like illegal, but it's like a loophole or something. Almost like they know how to play the system to make sure that they keep their money. So I don't know, girl or guy. You see justice. Yeah, what's fair is fair. Balance. Be on the straight and narrow. And the Seven of Swords blocking, defense, Moon card, secrets, Queen of Wands, be having a lot of attention. And you have the Lovers card at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. This person is definitely on the realm of like they're in the public eye in some way. The public knows them in some way. But it may not, I'm not getting the vibe of like, oh, celebrity, like actor, singer, musician type energy. I'm not getting that. It's more so like they probably own a company, or like they're um Let's say like a very well known business person. Let's put it like that. They own some form of company that makes them like really well known. Like you would have to be interested in that industry to know. So for example, like the CEO of like say some luxury car company brand, the CEO of some luxury brand. So like that way people could um look at the person, and people who are in the industry and who knows of it can be like, oh yeah, whatever now. Because I'm getting my mind's eye like that video that I saw of this guy who like he was going around asking people who have like a bunch of supercars like what they do for a living and who are they. And the person who he ended up asking the owner of Pagani, Pagani himself, like, who is he, and like, you know, tell him about his car, but he didn't know he was speaking to Pagani. You get me? So it's like something like that. So it's like this person is known but not known. Very interesting energy, because like that hermit card too can also be somebody who's pretty elusive. People don't really know them, don't really see them, type energy, unless like you're around the circle that that person's around. Yeah, they're not telling me about their money though, but they got a lot of money. I'm telling you this. I don't know which realm they fall into. Millionaire or billionaire is one of the two of them. But this person has a lot of money, and they're not really open about how much money they got. They don't even want me to see because I can't really pick up. But they're not broke though, and they definitely have some offshore account situation thing going on. Like I'll keep getting Monaco, Monaco, Monaco. So like, and like Dubai. So like they may legit live in one of those countries where they don't pay income tax. Yeah. The Queen of Pentacles just flipped out. So they might be a millionaire. They might be a millionaire. So let me see what else comes out. But it's so interesting because I'm saying like it's legal. They're not doing something illegal, but you can look at them and be like, you know? This person could actually grow up like dead poor. I'm sorry. Not dead poor, dirt poor. Wow, Crystal. They could have grown up like dirt poor, honestly, and have a lot of things that they lacked and didn't get. Like a lot of their needs could have been neglected, not their wants, their needs. Like they like housing, food, clothing could have been severely neglected. And so this person, when it comes onto their money, it's like they're very scared of having that situation happen to them again, or like being involved in this, like being that. So it's like they want to make sure that their money is safe and that their money is secure. So like they're just not super open with how much money they got. So let me see what else comes out. Whoever your future spouse is, um their guides really watch over them, their guides really protect them, because they don't, like, here's the thing with tarot, you can only really see what you're allowed to see and what's open to you, because we all have a level of protection around us where like some people even do like glamour, where it's like you could be reading on them and you can only see what you want to see or what they make you see, and the Queen of Pentacles does come out. um so it's almost like, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's like there's a lot of protection work that they do around their money. Well, not like in terms of like they make sure they protect their assets. So I'm not really seeing it, but here she is, the Queen of Pentacles. So they're a millionaire. They're a millionaire. They have that much money. But let's say under taxes, I'm getting, they could put that they have, say like their net worth is, say, um 10 million, right? Let's say that. But really and truly, like their actual net worth, when they calculate up everything, and even those places where, like, there's places, maybe let's say like they hide assets in like certain things, like in like yachts and so forth, right? Really and truly, how much money they would actually be worth would be around like 30 something million. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So, yeah, this person is pretty secretive when they come to their money. They're pretty much under the spotlight in terms of like um people wanting to come to after them for their money too. I feel like they could have experienced that. So like they kind of like in their energy, they're like, nobody's gonna know how much I have. You don't know what I got till you read the will. Like, yeah. And as I said, Ace of Wands, they're new money. Page of Swords, they're young in this. Like, yeah. They didn't grow up rich. Is when they got older, like they got money and made a lot of money for themselves and so forth. And they're able to find ways to loopholes in the systems to retain a lot of their wealth. Yeah, because it's like there may be like something that's there where they're like it's not obligated for them to disclose say something, and it's not legal either. So like they use it, and so therefore it's like they can be like, yeah, I'm worth 10 million, but really and truly, it's like you're supposed to look into everything. They're worth like 30 million, 40 million, something like that. And they definitely are a part of some form of company or own some form of company that's like you wouldn't know this person unless you were a part of that industry or you're interested in that industry. It's not like a celebrity where like their face is plastered on everything. So like you know the celebrity. You get me? But yeah. But they still would be considered famous because you could search up and find images of them online. Like let's say like again like some really big entrepreneur or something or director or something like company or something. Yeah. That's all I'm getting for you, pal. Too. What a reading resonated. Hope you had fun. And that's the end of your messages. Thank you for watching. Hi and welcome if you chose path 3. This is your reading. Also, please be mindful that this is a collective reading and therefore all the messages may not resonate with you, and that is okay. And personal readings are available. So, that is something that you desire, you may book one using the link in the description box below. And yeah, this reading is on path 3. This reading is on is will your future spouse be a millionaire or billionaire? And are they famous? Okay, yeah. This person is famous. They're really loved for their work. They're really appreciated. Okay, I'm hiding the world card. I'm just gonna use my hand. So that's the world card, okay. And then the death card is right there. So let me just do it like this. Yeah. Okay, so any of the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, so this person is very much very loved and beloved, and they stand out for their work. They may do something that's super creative, that draws up a lot of people's emotions and feelings, and that involves a lot of creativity. So it could be music, acting, something in that sense. But yeah, the world card is a world stage. The globe itself, the world itself. Yeah, and the Knight of Cups is attachment and feelings and love. Ace of Cups is the same thing, and then the Eight of Pentacles is work. So yeah, the Death card is changing, changes, rebirths. So they could be like one of those celebrities that people really hated and then they really love them. I'm gonna turn this over, okay? So yeah, they could have been one of those celebrities that was really loved and then like really hated and really loved again. Or like there's just like a lot of um mixed energies around them. Some people love them, some people hate them. But overall, they're really beloved in whatever industry that they're in. And they're really important in that industry. All right. Okay, so let's see what else pops out. Okay, I feel like this person grew up in a rich family and they just started making money on their own. So on their own, are they a millionaire, billionaire? No. But with their family, is a family worth net worth in the millions and billions? Yes. I don't know if it's a million or billion yet. It could be a million with the Queen of Pentacles here. But we would have this, I would have to go into it more to see. So there's definitely an energy here of like their family has a lot of money. They didn't really have a lot of money. They just started making money on their own. So honestly, think of like I'm getting Nepo baby. Yeah, they grew up rich. They were very much well taken care of. They could even be like a celebrity's kid where like people saw the kid grew up and stuff. There is a period where they went through a loss. I'm hearing like bankruptcy, and that's just being rebuilt. Um, they were kind of stuck in a situation, didn't have any other choice or anything. They were stuck in it. So like they were a kid, yeah. But that situation turned around for them pretty quickly. I'm also going to like they could have been like cut off. They could have been cut off from the family and so forth, the money. And so now they're like slowly building and growing their wealth. They're on their way to being a millionaire. Maybe like in the further down like your relationship, when you guys when you guys are together like further as this person builds their career, they reach into the status of reaching a millionaire. Um they definitely do have a trust fund. Uh they will reach into the status of millionaire, but as you're meeting them and they're growing their wealth. They're not really super wealthy, but the family is. I keep getting going back to that. Like the family has money, their family has money. But like the in the spotlight aspect is definitely um there. They definitely grew up around rich people. I'm not getting it's like super crazy wealth. I'm not getting like hundreds of thousands of hundreds of millions of dollars, you know. I'm more yeah, I'm not getting hundreds of millions of dollars. I'm getting like that sense. Yeah. Yeah, as I said, they were cut off from the family. The family, it may be millionaires, but they were cut off from it. And now they've had to grow and build their own wealth. I see them growing in their wealth and getting like a good creating a good sizable network for themselves, like maybe like a 2 million net worth, 3 million net worth, 4 million net worth, somewhere there, like maybe in like a single digit. Nine is probably the most, honestly. Um, but there is an energy here of like them being beloved and them being known. Were cut off from their family. Their family has money and they were cut off from it. Think of like a, yeah, a nepo baby in a way. But also too, they were cut off. It's like they had to then grow and build their wealth on their own and by themselves. And yeah. So yeah. That's all I'm getting for you, Pod 3. Hope the reading resonated. Hope you had fun. If you didn't, that's also okay. And that is the end of your reading. Thank you for watching.